Hey guys, welcome to my channel. The reason I'm not saying welcome back is because I'd like to think of this as a new beginning. So my channel did exist and I had a few subbies and a few videos, but that was such a long time ago. So I think with this video we're gonna get quite a couple of new subscribers, quite a lot of new people within our family who are like, oh, she has a channel now, I didn't know she even had a channel, type of thing. So yeah, so welcome to my channel. My name is Lerato Khamanyane and I am a social media influencer, a digital entrepreneur and an academic. So yeah, this is my channel, and I guess a few videos from now I could call myself a YouTuber, I hope. I'm gonna try my ultimate best to be more consistent this time. I kind of left the YouTube thing for a very long time because it's such a hard thing to do. Like, YouTube is so difficult, guys. Like, you need to be consistent, you need the right equipment, you need to give people what they want, you need fire content all the time. Sorry about that, I think that's my phone. So yeah, I am so excited to be back and I hope you guys love this video. This video is a get to know me now, and the reason it's a get to know me now is because I've done a get to know me before, but that was like 6-7 years ago and so much has changed. A lot has happened. So click on that subscribe button and let's get to know each other. Okay, so I asked a couple of my followers, but this only on Instagram, to ask me anything they want to know about me, anything that will help them sort of get an idea about who Lerato is, about what Lerato does, apart from what they see. Yeah, and just a bit about my life, and yeah. Some of the questions were like, but you know what, guys, I'm gonna try and answer them as best as I can. I'm gonna try be as honest as I can. Yeah, let's start. I hope you guys find me interesting after this. I hope you guys feel like you get the answers that you wanted, or at least the most honest answers. How old are you? That's the first question. How old are you? I am 26 years old. I turned 26 on the 9th of February this year, 2021. Yeah. What's your happiest childhood memory? Okay, my most happiest childhood memory is when my sister was born. I was shook. Like, I was at the hospital with my mom and they called me in to come see her, and she was the biggest, cutest, like, bundle of beauty ever, so I think that is my happiest childhood memory, when my sister was born. What exactly is that you do for a living? So as I said in my intro quite briefly, I am a social media influencer. So yeah, a lot of my work, I think some of you have most likely seen either on billboards. So let me not just say social media, let me say just digital and general media influencer, because there's been billboards, there's been TVCs, there's been in-store ads, there's been like social media. So yeah, and I'm a digital entrepreneur, so I run an e-commerce platform called Shop Helen Rose that houses strictly women-owned brands, and we retail them on the store. So kind of like a Superbalist, but just for women-owned brands. Yeah, that kind of thing. And I am in school. I'm back at school. So yeah, that's what I do for a living. That's my day to day, really. Yeah. What is the first thing you do when you wake up? The first thing that I do when I wake up, I actually do it with my family, my husband and my child. We pray. How are you experiencing motherhood? I love motherhood. It's the most rewarding thing that's happening in my life. Like every day is a new joy, every day is a new milestone, and it's like, I did that, like I did that. So it's the most rewarding thing ever. I'm loving it. And because I've been fortunate enough to be within a beautiful supportive community of mothers, in the form of friends, and also in the form of family, it's been very beautiful. It's been very helpful. I learn about myself each and every day. My patience has been stretched by far. So yeah, it's the most beautiful, wonderful thing. I highly recommend it if you can afford it. Where did you meet the love of your life? We met at a restaurant in Sandton. I was actually having lunch with my friend, and it's so funny because that lunch was like, let's just go drink and eat and drink because men are trash, like F men. And yeah, like he was in a meeting and he walked over and he was like, hey, so can I get your number? And I was like, who are you? But I think I went with it because he wasn't like, like typical gents who will take the seat without even asking you if they can sit down, who will just overimpose. He was very direct with what he wanted, and I appreciated that because I was like, okay, you got to the point, and yeah, let's see. So yeah, we met here in Joburg at a restaurant. What is the biggest misconception people have about you? I think the biggest misconception that people have about me is that I don't want to call it a resting bitch face because I don't think I have a resting bitch face, but my sense of observing and very like my seriousness, they confuse my seriousness and like when I'm quiet for self-importance, and that's not it at all. I think growing up, like high school and primary school, I was often very displaced and felt like I was often displaced in friendships and often sidelined and whatever, and I think it was because I was maybe over present. I was very present and I was very like giving of myself and very open and just wanting wholesomeness. And I think because of those little traumas, I guess, I sort of came into a shell and I was like, okay, yeah, ungasukela abantu anymore. Like, even if you mean well, just keep to yourself, So I think people confuse that for self-importance, and it's not that at all. Like, not at all. Actually, I think, I'm not tooting my own horn, but I kind of am, but I'm not. I'm actually one of the loveliest, most warm people ever. So yeah. What was your first car? My first car was a BMW 1 Series. Yeah, a BMW 1 Series. But tong ausi monna wa gago ke mang, mngistru ke curious. Oh girl. Monna ka ke le top 7 le lenyana. In fact, not even top 7, ke le top 1. Ke monna ka o. Your Valentine's Day surprise was everything. What's your secret to keeping the flame alive in a long relationship? You know what? I think when people ask about like the secret to relationships or the secret to motherhood or the secret to, I always say there's no formula. There is no formula, but I think the fundamental thing is date people you actually like, guys. Date people you actually like, marry people you actually love, because in that way, seeing them happy will be one of your number one joys, and you'll just always continually want to make them happy and want to see them excited and want to see them at their best, and you'll want to bring out the best in them. So I think that's the secret. Just date people you like, marry people you love, marry people who you actually want to see happy, especially when so much of their happiness relies on your influence in their lives. So yeah. Your native language. My native language, I speak isiZulu with my family. I identify as Zulu, but I guess for the traditionalists, I am Tswana, but I don't speak Tswana. I like barely speak Tswana. I can speak it, but I don't speak it often because like I don't have immediate family that is Tswana that I can speak Tswana to. So yeah, my immediate family is Zulu, so we speak Zulu. Where did you grow up? I grew up in Soshanguve, Block H in Pretoria. How many siblings do you have? I have 4 siblings. No, I have 3 siblings. I counted myself, sorry. I have 3 siblings. I have younger sister of which. Anyway, I share same mother, same father with her. She is 18. And then I have 2 younger sisters. They're twins and they are my father's daughters. Why did you take a break from YouTube? I think I mentioned this, like I don't feel like I was giving the kind of content or the quality of content that I believed I could, that I had the potential to, that I could be resourceful enough to. You know, I don't feel like I was giving people my oomph or my everything, and it was so hard to be consistent because at the time I had a videographer, so I didn't have equipment. I had a videographer and ubetileya ngama video, like it was just a drag, and I became like discouraged and demotivated. So yeah, that's why I took a break. But like I said, I think now we're gonna be more consistent because there's equipment, there's videographers, we're more resourceful now, you know, and we're more hungry. I think my hunger wasn't really at a high at the time. What is your first qualification? So my first qualification is a BCom in transport economics. What are you currently studying and why? I'm currently studying a PDBA with Gibbs. It's the University of Pretoria's Business School. The reason I'm studying a PDBA is because I am an entrepreneur, I am a woman in business, and I think I don't have enough organizational background, and the PDBA is a pre-MBA, so I plan to do my MBA after this, and it's going to equip me. It's going to equip me for the organizational setting. It's going to equip me as a woman in business and that environment, and I feel like it'll enhance my currently existing skill set, you know, and I need that because business is hard. Like, it's hard. Who are your favorite South African influencers? Name at least 5. I don't know why I didn't think of this when I was when I was going through these questions. My favorite South African influencers, name at least 5. This is so hectic. Okay, let me quickly go to my gram. Okay, fashion, she's a fashion influencer, fashion and lifestyle. I love Nabila Karim's content. This is in no particular order. This is just like top 5. I love Nabila Karim's content. She's very consistent. Her quality of content is exquisite. She is beautiful. She dresses so well, like, and it's effortless. It's so effortless. So I really love Nabila's content. Please do follow her. I've attached her Instagram handle right there. I'm actually going to attach all the Instagram handles of my favorite influencers. My favorite beauty influencer in South Africa, definitely Vongai Mapo. I love her content because she's really authentic. She's so authentic. She doesn't try too hard as well, and she is stunning. She is so stunning. She is consistent. She is hungry, and she shows you different sides of beauty, which I like, you know. I mean, I've seen videos where she shows, like, you know, her skin imperfections and everything. Yeah, like, I really like Uvongai. Really like her. And then guys, this is such a hard question. I don't know why I did not think about going through this. Okay, my favorite, I think, luxury influencer, definitely Will Cake Lady. not for any reason, but just because I like to admire nice things. Like, I love luxury things, and I'm not in a place where like I can afford everything she has or the way she's living, because girl is living. But yeah, like, she lives an aspirational life, and she's such a beautiful, sweet soul, you know what I mean? She doesn't make it uncomfortable or difficult to follow her. Like, you are just automatically in love with her because she's so sweet. But, and like, even the way she does luxury is so effortless, it's so clean, it's so like like, this is me. Like, it's, you know, I love that. And then who else, guys? I said difficult like question, to be quite honest. Oh, okay. And then, okay, so I think I've done fashion, I've done beauty, I've done luxury. I think let me do fitness. My favorite fitness influencer is Umapule Queen Fitness. Because wow, her body in real life is everything. And uyajima, like, she's not like an all talk. No, she's also a lovely person. She's also a lovely trainer. I train with her. She's lovely. She's really, really lovely. She pushes you, but she, like, you know, I've had trainers who will push you, but they'll not check if you're okay, or they'll not even try and get to know what your method of working out is, or if you're comfortable. Or so I really love her, and her body is amazing. Also a consistent queen. Love. Who else? Okay, so we've done fitness. I think let's do foodie. My favorite food influencer is definitely Chef Nti. So I actually have met Chef Nti. I've eaten Chef Nti's food. I've cooked with Chef Nti. Lovely woman. Lovely woman. I love her food. Her food is also authentically South African, but because she is so well traveled, she infuses those experiences and culinary skills and backgrounds into the authentically South African food, which is what I like. Because when I travel, I love to experience the food. Like, food becomes a big thing for me when I travel in different countries. So for her to always bring back things that she learns abroad, things that she experiences abroad, tastes that she experiences abroad, and bring them into, you know, South African cuisine is beautiful. So I think that was top 5, as in like top of mind ones, but I have a couple of favorite influences. But yeah, those are top 5. I think they're consistent. I think I've always loved their content. Yeah, love them. Moving right along. Yo, guys, I love sparkling water. Love it. So I just thought, let me have some water. Sparkling water is like the champagne of non-alcoholic drinks, actually. It's literally like a top tier drink. Okay, moving right along. Are you a professional chef? No, guys. Like, I'm not a chef. I'm not even an unprofessional one. I'm not a chef at all. I just love to cook, and it's not my love language, but it's how I show the people in my life that I love them. I show them through cooking for them. Where did your love of fashion start? It started with my mother. It started with my grandmother. So my grandmother raised me. Yes, my grandmother raised me, and she was a radiologist. And then her after hour work, or her hustle after hours, was she was a seamstress. So she made us clothes, she made her own clothes and everything. And then my mom was a pageant queen. So there's a lot of fashion influence in that space as well, but also that was just her thing. So my love of fashion really was influenced by my grandmother and my mother, and it started at a very, very young age. So yeah. Loewe or Bottega? Oh, yo, you know, when I saw this question, I was like, I'm not gonna answer this because it's so hard. But I was like, no, let me try. So I love both brands. I'm sure if you follow me, you're aware. I love Loewe and I love Bottega. I love both brands. Literally the only distinguisher, and this is the only reason why I chose this brand over the other. The only distinguisher is sustainability. And look, I shop fast fashion. I won't lie. I shop fast fashion. I haven't always been into sustainability and the reuse of materials to make clothes and everything, but I think I want to hit that direction as a big fashion consumer. I want to invest in more sustainable fashion and spend most of my money there, because guys, our world is like changing so fast. So many things are happening to the world. So many things are happening to resources that we need to survive, that it's like, okay guys, do you see what we've been talking about? Like, have you seen what all the pro-green people have been fighting for? So really the only the ultimate decider is sustainability, and this falls on Loewe. So both brands are brands that are rich in heritage, and I love I love heritage rich brands, like brands that have a history that is like beautiful, and just the history in J, and and I love, so I love what Daniel Lee, who was previously with Celine, I love what he's done with Bottega. I think previous to him, Bottega wasn't a brand that I would pay so much attention to, but since he's come on board, I've I want the bags, I want the clothes, I want the shoes, I want everything. I want the accessories. He's really done a great job, and he's kept the traditional Bottega, how do I say it? He's kept the traditional Bottega identity, but he's made it current. He's made it for us people now. But I have to go with Loewe on this question because of the sustainability aspect. But both of them amazing brands. I really appreciate brands such as Loewe that are on the luxury end, affordable, but are also pushing themselves to be in the sustainability route and create sustainable fashion, recycle resources, recycle materials, reuse materials to make products and stuff. Because guys, at the crux of it, you can never tell the difference. Like, you can carry a Loewe bag and you'll not know that this is plastic that was, recycled 10 million times, or this is the pulp of an avocado that was used to make this bag. So yeah, you're so inspiring. How did you get capital to start your business? So and I love this question because I want to emphasize how difficult it is for Black women in this country to get capital for our small businesses, our medium businesses, our dreams, our passion projects. It's very hard. I was fortunate enough that my career enabled me to save enough money to be able to start my business. So I don't have capital from anyone or anywhere. It's literally like my savings that I put into my business. And yeah. What is your favorite color? My favorite color is black. What does a typical day for you look like? Okay, so I just want to put a disclaimer. My days have changed now since I'm back at school, but I think previously I'm gonna give you, I've gone back to school, so that's not a typical day because I just started, but so I'm gonna give you guys like my days before things changed. So wake up, pray with my husband and my child, go to gym. I go to gym at about 8:30, go for an hour and a half, and then come out of gym, come back home, and then come back home. I don't really like showering at the gym unless I have to leave from the gym and go somewhere, but if I have to come back home, I leave the gym and come shower at home. So come home, shower, and then what does she do? Okay, if we're shooting, then I get ready for my shoots. So I'll do my makeup and do my hair and then get ready for my shoots. If we're not shooting, then we're doing school. So previously, because it was like I was corresponding with UNISA, I was studying from home, so I would spend some time studying and stuff. So I'll spend some time studying, and then after that go through my orders for the day. So the orders that we get on Shop Helen Rose, go through those orders and then ensure that they're packed, ensure that they are sent through, ensure that customers are sent their waybills and all that jazz. And then I'll start working on the back end things for Shop Helen Rose, so the social media, the operational end, sending emails, responding to emails, and so on and so forth. And then because I was like a housewife, I would then, if all my work is done, so school attended to, Shop Helen Rose attended to, no meetings for the day, shooting attended to, then I would take my child from her nanny and we would play and I'd spend time with my child. Watch some TV, catch up on some K-dramas, catch up on some Real Housewives, listen, the works. So I'm actually like excited to see how my days are going to start looking now. I mean, already it's happened, it's very different. Still wake up and pray though, but I don't go to gym in the mornings anymore. I now go in the evenings because my day starts at 8:30. Like school starts at 8:30. I come out at 5, then go to gym, then come back home and stuff. So yeah, now all like my work for Shop Helen Rose, now all my work as an influencer has been shifted to the weekend, you know. So yeah, I think that's such a difficult question to answer when you're a freelancer because you have a typical day, like it looks different all the time. Anyway, are you represented by an agency? No, I have no agency representation. I have no management. How was your pregnancy experience? Any tips? I had an amazing pregnancy. My child was very good to me. God was very good to me. I enjoyed my pregnancy. I think my pregnancy was a textbook pregnancy. You know, first trimester, nauseous all the time, fatigued, and second trimester, active, full of energy. You want to do everything. You don't want anyone's help. You get irritated that people are trying to help you because you're like, I'm not disabled, I'm just pregnant, leave me alone. So I was full of life, full of energy, glowing, honey. I was glowing. Third trimester, still lots of energy, but you now start to slow down because yeah, there's literally a whale on your uterus, so you're like, you can come out now. But yeah, I had a beautiful pregnancy. Thank God. Yeah. Any tips? Do what works for you. Listen to your OBGYN, listen to your midwife, listen to your birth partners. Do what works for you. That's my tip. Like, what works for me may not work for you. So my tip is do what works for you. What drives and keeps you grounded? I think what drives me is the little girl who came from humble beginnings, you know. It wasn't the sweetest, it wasn't the best, it wasn't posh, it wasn't, you know. What drives me is not necessarily not wanting to go back there, but just wanting to live a better life, knowing that I deserve a better life, you know. And you know, coming from a single parent household, like my mom was a single mother, juggling so much, doing so much, you know, excelling in her career, but also trying to excel as a mother, trying to be present in everything, you know, it was a lot. It was a lot. But I think what drives me is that, you know, my previous experiences and knowing that I want better for myself, I want better for the children that I bring into the world, I want better for the partner that I choose to be in my life, my husband. I want better. I just want better. So that's what drives me. But what drives me in a good way, my mother, my husband, my child, my friends. I have such amazing friends and they are doing so well in life, guys. So that for me, I mean, my husband is doing so well for himself, my mom is doing so amazing for herself, my sister, so just when you surround yourself with people like that, they really bring out the best in you, and they bring out a hunger in you that you just want good things for yourself, that that no, man, my friend is killing it, let me go out there and just kill it as well. Let me leverage off of the people around me's talents or their influence, or just the qualities that they have, and let's just work together. And what keeps me grounded, not necessarily what, but who keeps me grounded? My husband. We're like very different, but he really keeps me grounded. Like he reminds me a lot, why we're here as human beings, why we have the purposes that we have, how we need to use them, not to forget ourselves, not to forget imvelaphi yethu, and use that to sort of channel ourselves to the paths that we want to go to. He really keeps me grounded. Okay, when are you dropping a cookbook? It's so funny, guys. I actually had an idea that I shared with one other influencer. He's a guy. I shared with him that we should work on something, a cookbook, but there's a twist, and I'm not going to mention it in case I actually want to do this in the near future. And then I found out he was on not the rape list, but he was a rape apologist, or yes, he was a rape apologist, and he was an abuse apologist. Yes. And I was like, nah, block, unfollow, bye. So yeah, we'll see if a cookbook comes. My dream car currently, my dream car, my dream car is a Lambo Urus, guys. I sent la moto. You it's such a beautiful car. Like, it's a stunning car. That's my dream car. Can you dance? I mean, I can move enough never to embarrass someone, like. How have you managed to lead such a private life while being visible? It's really just a respect thing, hey? If you respect the people around you, I don't think it'll be difficult for you to respect their wishes to lead a private life. I mean, even just the boundaries that I set myself, the respect that I have for myself and my boundaries and my life don't allow me to disrespect myself and disrespect my privacy, my sense of privacy. So, I mean, I show what I'm okay with showing. I share what I'm okay with sharing. And yeah, that's how I manage to, even though I'm visible, still manage to lead a private life. I know that there's parts of my life that aren't necessarily a secret, but they are not things that I want to share, or they're things that I want to keep to myself and my family. And yeah, guys, Gyaneta, so just if you hear thunder, please just bear with me. Hopefully it won't overpower my voice, but yeah. Anyway, the next question was, what is your favorite KFC meal? My favorite KFC meal is the All-Star lunchbox with Ibadi Coke. Love it. I never actually used to like KFC before, but yeah. Describe your fashion sense. I'd like to think my fashion sense is like classic with an edge. I love classic pieces, so shirts that you can wear forever, shoes that are timeless, bags that are timeless, denims that are timeless, but I always love to add things on that'll give it like a very nice edge and make the outfit, interesting and more bold. So yeah, and I love taking risks with my outfits, you know, like I like pushing the envelope and seeing how far I can go with an outfit. But yeah, I love to layer, I love to put things that you'd never think you could put on something. I like to wear accessories in ways that one generally wouldn't. So yeah, I think my style is classic with an edge. What is your love language? My love language is acts of service. I really like when people help me when I didn't even ask them. It's so beautiful. Like when, you know, like when my man is just like, oh babe, you know what, I'll cook tonight, or just anything that will make my life easier. You have my heart. Like if you can just make my life easier, you have my heart, you know. So yeah, acts of service is my love language. Do you have any closer relatives? You write and speak it so well. I do not. I have, however, a lot of closer friends, so that's where that comes from. But I think in my previous life I must have been closer. It can only make sense. Like I gravitate to closer people so much. Do you have a background in art? Your feed is aesthetically pleasing and well curated. I also don't have a background in art. I just think I have a very creative eye, or an artistic one maybe. But I don't have a background in art. And thank you so much for that compliment. What's your shoe size? I wear a UK 4 and 3. So 3 and 4, yeah. Would you like to live outside of South Africa? Definitely. That's like bucket list, to live outside of South Africa for, you know, about 5 years and then come back, or 10 years and then come back. We'll see. But yeah, I would love to live outside of South Africa. I'd love to live in the UK. I want my children to school in the UK, but we'll see how that goes. What are your 10-year career goals from now? So in 10 years I'll be 36. I think what I see for myself at that stage is definitely years in running my fashion line. That's like my to die passion. That's what I want to die doing, you know. I want to die doing fashion and stuff, and on a big scale, on a very, very large scale. So I want to be years in doing that. I want to eventually, 10 years from now, I want to have sold Shop Helen Rose to a big company, so like to a Take-A-Lot. Please Take-A-Lot by Shop Helen Rose a few years from now. But yeah, I want to sell it at a big, very generous number, obviously, but also still be a stakeholder, you know, obviously, because it's my baby. And then what else career-wise? And I want to be well into the property game. So I just started dabbling in the property space now. So maybe, but not like, it won't be my primary focus. I'll obviously have agents and so on and so forth, but I would love to be well into the property game and know it well. Okay, sorry guys. Oh, have you dated any celebrities? Nope, not that I know of. Have you made your first million? Guys, so yeah. Why didn't you take a Cameroon vlog? So you know what, I would have loved to, and I plan to, like when I go back to Cameroon, I'm gonna take a vlog. It's just this trip was it was a family trip, you know. It was like for family, to see family, to do family things, and not like post or whatever. But one day I'm gonna go to Cameroon for leisure and do a vlog. You guys will love it. It's such a beautiful country. It's filling. It's a very filling country. There's so much to eat. And I love food, like I said, guys. There's so much to eat. There's so much to explore. It's a beautiful country. Outside of fashion, what other business interests do you have? So as I said, I just started dipping my fingers in the property space. Hopefully I'll grow in that. And yeah, it's not easy. Like, it's really not easy. But hopefully things will get better. I'll learn more. Like I'm learning right now. Fortunately, I have people in my life who are in the property space, my mom, my husband, so I always take nuggets from them and advice and everything. Okay, next, I'd like to know about your faith journey. I remember you used to post devotionals, and I want to know how you went about starting them. I didn't necessarily start my devotionals. I have a lot of devotional books that I go through. Each one serves a different purpose. So depending on what I was going through at the time, or needing to gravitate to at the time, or needing from God at the time, I would read a particular devotional and just share it with you guys. My faith journey, there's nothing significant or like hectic about it. I think what I will say, because I don't want to like make this like long or preach or anything, I was a kid, like a normal kid, who would go to church but didn't know why they were going to church, just because they were seeing people going to church, and you were told, okay, you need to pray. So I come from a family of very prayerful women, and I'd like to deem myself a prayer warrior. Like when I pray, like I go into it, but that only came later in my life, when I actually knew first and foremost who God is in my life, and how I wanted him in my life, the areas I wanted God the most to access. I mean, I want him in every area of my life, but basically how I need him. We don't experience people the same way, so we won't experience God the same way. But I've seen him do wild things in my, like, things that are like, wait, how, and I think as I became an adult and started finding my own way, started finding my own guidance, started making my own decisions, so I wasn't being dragged to church anymore. Now I was like, okay, do I want to go to church or not? And why am I going to church again? Am I reading this Bible? Why am I reading it? I started to ask myself questions like, okay, what is your faith? Why do you believe in God? You've seen him do things in your life, and I think, that was my faith journey. Initially, I didn't know what faith was. I was just doing as I was told, and then I had to discover things for myself. I had to go through life-changing experiences, near-death experiences, where it was like, dude, you could have been out, and God just came through for you. And I think from there I was like, no, man, this guy upstairs, I'm a chosen one. He's chosen me for something. He's chosen me for a reason. I am purposeful in his kingdom, and there's work I need to do for his kingdom, for himself, and to show that he lives in my life. So now I am where I am, and my faith is it's stronger, but also it's stronger because I practice my authority more now. I used to be afraid to, so that was another stage of my faith journey where I was afraid to practice the authority that I was God-given. Imagine, like, God gave us authority to question him, to question things, to question how things are and why they are that way, to make decisions, because if we are workers of his kingdom, who else must make decisions, So I'm now able to practice my authority, and so that was my faith journey. And then last but not least, what kind of content can we expect to see from you on YouTube? You guys will see everything. Hey, everything that I would share on my Instagram, you guys will see on YouTube, like fashion content, lifestyle, food, vlogs, like, travel. You guys will really see the essence of Lerato, what she loves, and you guys will just expect to see very exciting, good quality content. I really promise to deliver, and you know what, I'm at a point in my career and in my life where if I don't like something, I'm not going to put it out. Like, angizo forster, I'm not going to force the unforceable. It's not necessary, and it actually just ruins everything. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys loved how I answered the questions. I mean, I answered them as honestly as I could. Some of the questions were like one word answer type of questions, so yeah, I hope you guys are sort of getting an idea of who I am, about, you know, my life generally speaking, my career, where I'm from, where I plan to go and stuff. And then just a disclaimer, guys, you know, there were so many questions about my child and my husband. These people, and I think I've mentioned before, these people aren't on social media. These people are people that I keep to myself because I respect, one, the boundaries I've set for myself and the kind of privacy that I want to have, as well as my husband's privacy. So just to put it out there, you will never see a post or a video or a page or anything of my child or my husband. It's not gonna happen. I'm never gonna show you guys my husband. I'm never gonna show you guys my child. You know, if you see me on the street with my husband, that's a different story. I can't control that, you know, and I wouldn't control that because he's not a secret and neither is my child. But sharing them on social media is a choice that I do have, and it's privacy that I choose to respect on my behalf and my husband's behalf. And yeah, I that's just how it is. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have subscribed, and if you haven't, please click that subscribe button, like and comment down below about videos that you would like to see in the future, collaborations that you would like to see with me and other influencers or other YouTubers, or really anyone that we can get on this particular channel. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Till the next video, from me to you, it's all love. Mwah!